Hello, creeps.
All right, welcome back to Fright Night Flicks. You're here with Dan and Darren.
What's up?
What is up, everybody? Today we are reviewing the viral sensation 2023 video game adaptation, Five Nights at Freddy's.
You knew about this.
Guess you figured it out.
Ghost children possessing giant robots? Thanks for the heads up.
Now, if you've never heard of Five Nights at Freddy's, well, it's about a troubled security guard who begins working at Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria. During his 5 nights on the job, he realizes that something is wrong with the pizzeria, and pretty soon he finds out the truth about its animatronics.
Did you ever play Five Nights at Freddy's?
I did, just not a lot though. Like I noticed throughout this, I had to like look up a bunch of stuff.
I did some research on ChatGPT as well, because
Dude, okay, side note, ChatGPT, it's wrong a lot of times.
well, it just kind of guesses.
Yeah, like so like it's before it's like giving me a name of the character and I'm like, that's not the name, and I'll be like, you're wrong. And then it'll come back and be like, oh, you were correct. And it's like, well, whose name is that you just gave me?
Yeah. Oh, you're so smart. You're correct. I was wrong. Thank you for being so smart, dude. Yeah, it's a shambles sometimes. But I had to look it up because I know all our kids have played the game, but I don't really even understand what the game is. Is it like a resource management game?
No, so you're like sitting in a booth, like the security booth. I did play like a bit of it. So I'm not going to say I didn't play it all. And
Story's changing.
You're sitting in this booth and you monitor these cameras, and then your whole thing, like they're going to come towards you and try to get in the room. So you have to catch them. I think if you catch them on the cameras, it may slow them down. But eventually, like they get to the doors, and then you have to like shut the door. So you have, I guess you have a power supply, and every time you shut the door, you're cutting that power supply down. So you don't want to overuse like keeping the doors shut and stuff.
And you have to survive the night, right?
Right.
Okay. It sounds fun. I mean, I know kids loved it at the time. It just was like after our time.
Yeah, it's definitely like a fun game. You just kind of sit there and you're like monitoring everything, and you're shutting doors, then you're opening them, and then you get jump scared a bunch.
Like, now that I'm older, it's like too much work.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
It's almost like a job of some kind.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. But anyways, that is what this movie is based off of.
Right, and we'll talk more about that as we go, because I kind of wish they would have stuck a little bit more to the game.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah, all right, so this is directed by Emma Tammy, writers Emma Tammy, Seth Kettleback, and Scott Cawthon.
Some of my favorite writers.
Yep, and I'm sure I hit all those out of the park.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you didn't mess up any of the names.
Rotten Tomatoes, critics gave it a 33%, audience 86%. So big disparity.
Disparity?
You guys know the word.
Big gap.
There's a big gap between the two.
Yeah, which doesn't surprise me though, because obviously this is kind of geared towards kids, and anyone who likes like kids who went to watch the movie probably liked it because they saw their characters in a movie.
Well, and I will definitely say, being that I played the game, it made me like the movie.
Yeah.
So.
I also like kind of fun, silly movies.
Yeah, me too. Before we jump in, we have some new members and we got to shout them out. We have Nicole Pets Cats.
Hey, shout out to Nicole too, because she's on Patreon too. She doubled up.
We call it the double whammy.
Yeah, at the family level too. Thank you, Nicole.
We appreciate you.
By the way, I heard you on Faculty. I love that movie. I've told him we need to review it. We'll probably put it up for a review for a bonus episode.
I've never seen it.
I want to, either way, we'll do it soon. So thank you.
All right. We also have Matthew C., another family member. Appreciate you.
Oh, dude. Thank you as well, Matthew.
Lemony Biscuits and Robot Reviews Our Child's Play. Thank you guys for joining up.
Absolutely.
Hey, do you want more Fright Night Flicks? We got you covered. When you join our Patreon or become a YouTube member, you get access to a bonus episode every month. And trust me, we have some episodes you're not going to want to miss. Everything from cult classics to slashers and some of the most absurd horror movies that we just can't fit on the main show, like Troll 2, which has no trolls and isn't related to Troll 1. And if that isn't enough, you'll get early access to all the episodes before anybody else. And if you really want to be part of the madness, our top tier members can pick our horror movies and make us suffer through whatever you guys want. So if you really love what we do and want to help support the show, head over to Patreon, search up Fright Night Flicks, or just hit that little join button on YouTube. We'd love to have you. Back to the show. Now we got to talk about one more thing. Spotify, you guys have been going nuts. We have 78 reviews on there, just blowing up.
Dude, thank you guys.
Appreciate it. Apple, we're at 46. Hey, we appreciate you guys who made the effort. And speaking of somebody who made the effort, we have Bookash827 left us a review. Y'all should watch Santa Jaws on Prime Video. It's so bad that it's good.
I saw that. That name alone sounds awesome.
I was like, yes, we should.
Santa Jaws?
Dude, the truth is, I love bad horror movies. Like in the stupider, cornier, I'm into it.
Those are my favorite types of movies. I don't
Right.
like to feel things, so I just like surface level fun. You know what I'm saying?
You're a simple man.
I'm a simple man. Exactly.
Let's jump into some critic reviews. What did the people have to say about Five Nights at Freddy? Well, let's start off with KJ. Five Nights at Freddy's was honestly way better than I expected. The animatronics looked amazing. The story kept me interested the whole time, and it actually felt like the game in all the right ways. It's fun, creepy, and super nostalgic. Definitely 5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah.
5 stars.
I mean, some people have that opinion. It was, I could see. Yeah, sure.
I did think the animatronics looked good, but we'll get that in our initial impressions. Now, he loved the movie. WLC here did not love the movie.
I can't wait to see what
I
they
do
have to
love
say.
a good negative review.
I know.
Anyone who gave this any stars has the brain power of a gas-powered lawnmower with an empty fuel tank.
Dang.
There were no scares, none. And it pains me to say that the acting was awful because I've been a big fan of Lillard since his breakout role as Emmanuel Goldstein, aka serial killer in Hackers. Hutchinson has always been, by the way, Hutchinson is hard to say. Is it Hutcherson?
I don't even know who that is.
Hutchinson. That's the main guy.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay.
You knew that.
No, I don't know his name.
Josh, isn't it Josh Hutchinson?
Well, you're
Hutchinson.
Sure.
Anyways, that guy has always been solid. This film was a waste of their talent and time. There was a time when this would have passed muster. Sadly, that time expired long before the slasher genre was refined and perfected in the late 1970s.
My boy WLC likes to write. Holy cow.
Well, I think he's also like aging himself here because he's like putting the timetable. He's a connoisseur.
Yeah, dude. Like, hey, if you're going to write more than a paragraph, just don't write. No one's going to read this whole thing.
Well, I am.
Except for us. Except for this idiot here.
Had it been made in 1969, it would have been edgy and frightening. Every digital copy of this tripe should be sanitized and deleted, and every physical copy should be burned. 0.5 stars.
Everyone's allowed to an opinion. I think this one might be a little much.
I mean, also, it's like if it came out in 1969, I don't think it would do that well because there was no game.
Yeah, what video games are even out?
Does
Is
he
that
know
Atari?
this was,
I don't know.
Does he realize this is a game? I don't even know if they know.
I don't know.
He doesn't know about the game.
I'm going to go with that.
All right. Well, that's their impressions. Let's talk about ours. What'd you think? Five Nights at Freddy's. Go.
Man, it's kind of hard because, shoot, I watched this when it came out. 3 years? What was it, 2000?
It really wasn't that long ago.
It's like 3 years ago or whatever. Yeah, so my initial impressions, I did think I was a little bit let down because I don't think it's that scary. And I do think some parts of the stories are kind of bland and honestly just kind of depressing.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little about some of the characters. There's some things that are missing. There's some gaps for sure.
Yeah, oh my God.
That is what you call a jackhammer. Pause. Can we do a podcast with a jackhammer?
I don't think so. Oh my God.
Motherfucker, just do it.
Are they right outside your window now?
It sounds like they're right here.
We just have to wait. I mean, I can't
There's
imagine
nothing
he's
to
going to
do.
jackhammer that long.
Are you a jackhammer expert? Well, the worst part is these pauses because you're like, are they done? And then if we start up, it's like you get on a roll and then you're interrupted.
It's fine. I'll use it. Oh my
There it is. There it is.
Why is he taking so long in between hammers?
This is like... It's like 5 o'clock at night, dude.
Yeah, I just found the whole brother disappearing thing and the flashbacks. There was too many flashbacks going back to that same scene. Even one of my kids I was watching with said, "Why are we back here again?"
Yeah.
Too much. A little too depressing on that front. I did think the animatronics looked awesome.
Yeah, I thought the animatronics looked really good.
Yeah, and you felt like there was some weight to it. There were some scary parts. I do feel like they cut out a lot of the kills. Like they didn't show a lot of them, or they weren't trying to make this a graphic movie because it's kind of for kids.
Yeah, they did it like off camera, but there is one kill that was pretty shocking.
Which, yeah, because they held back on a lot of the kills, when that one kill we'll talk about happened, it was shocking, which I loved.
Yeah.
Because you weren't expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it was fun. I mean, here's the thing, dude. I love movies set in like an arcade.
Yeah, that is good. And let's be honest, we were in an era we grew up. This is Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, it's Chuck.
Yeah,
and
just
his band of rats.
miscreants.
What do he have? I don't know.
Well, he was like a rat.
I don't know who he hung out with.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't
Other
remember.
rodents. But yeah, no, I thought the environment was cool. The story was okay, but I feel like it was a lighter vibe overall.
Yeah, I think it's like a fun movie to watch. Yeah, I had a good time going through it. Same thing. The storyline Not a huge fan of the missing kids. It's a little dark of how many missing kids there are. Also, there's like some big issues I have with the plot, but I'm going to wait for that till we like hit the end of it. Overall, it's fun. Like I said, I do wish they had more of the game, like him monitoring the cameras and like freaky stuff going on.
Yeah, instead they went the route of him going into Dream World. Not a fan of that at all. You're right. I think if they would have switched that out for him monitoring the cameras and they're like more of the animatronics coming to attack him, oh, that would have been fun to watch.
Or dude, just like them moving around and him like figuring it out, like, whoa, like stuff's happening here.
I feel like the whole part of the animatronics being alive, I feel like they threw that in really quickly and we just rode with it. Not a whole lot of explanation. I mean, we find out more about them as they go, but they didn't even seem surprised, to be honest.
No, it wasn't that shocking. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I got to talk about, but it's like in the movie. We got to get to it.
Well, here's the thing. You can nitpick it, but it was fun. By the way, the female cop in this,
Vanessa.
Yeah, strange story with her.
Super weird storyline. And I have some major issues with that.
She's a problematic character, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, maybe complicit even.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that whole stuff got weird. But overall, it was a fun watch.
Yeah, but we'll give it a rating at the end, huh?
I just said fun watch.
All right, let's jump into the movie. The film begins at the abandoned Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria. A security guard is frantically trying to open the vent as someone's like bearing down on him. You can feel like the pressure, right? So he's like in there trying to get the vent off, finally gets it off, climbs in. Eventually he like breaks out the other side, ends up in a janitor's closet. He gets out of there. Like this dude is just going from place to place, honestly. Gets in the janitor's closet, then he opens that door, gets into the hall, but it's like one of those like long halls, right?
Yeah, scary long haul.
Now, the interesting thing is as soon as he gets out here, it sounds like a concert's going on. You can hear this music playing. As the camera pans down the hall, you see a shadow of what looks like a wolf on the wall.
A crackhead wolf. Dude, this wolf's effed up, man.
Dude, it's rough. But I did love, with that like image of that, then you start hearing the noise.
Yeah, it was creepy. Do each of them have a voice?
I don't know. I think like in the game, you talking in the game or the movie?
I just in general, I don't know the standard lore.
Well, this guy seemed to hum. Nobody else seemed to talk.
Okay, I don't know. But yeah, it was creepy.
Yeah, then you hear these heavy mechanical footsteps that start moving faster towards that security guard. And it gets closer and closer. Then all of a sudden you see like the guy look up and then he screams and that dude is like right in his face.
Yeah, and you're like, oh shoot, nice little jump scare.
So the security guard kind of like blacks out. He wakes up, finds himself strapped down to a chair. It's got like those leather straps where he's just like pinned down. And if that's not scary enough, directly in front of him seems to be the inside of a bear mask where they fixed some like devices to it. Some blade-like devices.
Yeah, so there's like gear-looking things, but definitely blade in nature.
Yes.
Where if it touches you, you're gonna get chopped up. So yeah, you got this guy sitting in the chair, and this blade mask just slowly moving towards him.
I mean, it's like a saw contraption, right?
Yeah, it's straight out of Saw, absolutely.
Yeah. So that thing gets like right to his face, and then it like cuts away.
Well, yeah, but you also see him. It's gonna come into play later. He's trying to get out of the. You said woods, or what'd you say?
I don't know. I said leather straps.
It's not. I think it's metal because you see him playing with one of the nuts to get it, trying to loosen this strap.
Whoa. Interesting.
Anyways, that'll come into play later. So a pretty good scare kill, whatever.
It's not, you just don't see what happens. You can only assume. It leaves a lot to the imagination. The security guard's dead, right? We didn't see it, but it happens. Then it pans out. We get to see like the whole shot of what Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria looks like. And I gotta say, it was kind of cool. I mean, the whole thing's like dilapidated. It's got like a metal fence around it, boarded up. But I do like the sign that it has.
Well, yeah, it looks good. It looks like a fun arcade.
Yeah, a place you'd like to hang out, maybe.
Yeah, and mainly now what the big issue is, this place needs a new security guard.
That is a good point. I wonder who will do that.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, before we jump into like meeting the main characters, I wanted to break down the animatronics that we're going to meet throughout this movie because you don't really get to know them in the movie, or it doesn't really like break it, like they're different people out. Like you don't know about them other than what they look like. This is who we're going to see. There's Foxy. That's the pirate with the eye patch and a hook. He's known in the game for his fast, sudden movements.
Yeah, he looks like a fox, but in this one, man, he's rough. His skin is jacked. Like our skin, his suit, it's like missing pieces to it.
Yeah, he's definitely, well, we'll get to later the most terrifying out of him, but he's up there. There's Bonnie, Blue Rabbit, long ears. By the way, I can't tell if these things are rabbits or bears or what they are half the time.
Yeah, it's hard. They're like the Bernstein Bears, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Bonnie's often found standing silently in the shadows before moving fast.
How do you know this? Is this this your own stuff you put on it?
No, I looked it up. This is like
okay.
the characters. This is like, it's like the description and what they're known for. You know what I mean? There's Chica, yellow chicken with a bib that says, let's eat.
Yeah, she stands out.
Now, Chica's jaw opens wider than it should, which gives it like that unnatural fill.
Oh, see, we didn't even really get to see that.
Yeah, maybe we did. It was like, it would have been quick. It's all jump scare.
Yeah.
The more interesting thing about Chica is Chica carries a little cupcake around, which is like, I don't know, like a grappling hook, like a Scorpion and, you know, in Mortal Kombat, sending that thing out.
It's like their secondary ability or something.
Right, the cupcake.
So, is the cupcake not a ghost?
That's interesting.
I thought maybe it was a baby? I don't know.
That is an interesting point.
Because it seems sentient as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has eyes.
Yeah, so what is that?
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys could tell us what's the cupcake. Then we have the man himself, Freddy Fazbear. Now, he's a large brown bear, worn vintage look, wears a top hat. He's like a little sophisticated, and with a little black bow tie.
Yeah, this ain't no Pooh Bear. This guy dresses nice.
So his thing is he moves slowly and heavily, like he's got weight to him.
Okay. You know, and there's something with this. Like, does he become good? Because
I have no
I
idea.
actually bought the game on PS5. I can't remember anything about it. I feel like he becomes good at some point.
There's like a golden Freddy too. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, we're not at that level.
Now let's pick up with the main character of the movie, who's Mike. Mike's at home. He's getting ready for his job. He works as a mall security guard. And I got to say, they show like a little montage of him working out. Got to give the dude credit. We had full push-ups.
Oh.
It's rare you see that.
That's one of our pet peeves. If your chest doesn't hit the ground and you don't fully extend, it's not a push-up.
Yeah, you got to have the arm locked out. I don't want to see any of these little half barely push-ups.
So many people fake push-ups. I mean, it's honestly crazy. I'm talking like from celebrities to people I know. Say they can do a bunch of push-ups. If you're not fully extending, it is not a push-up.
It's like a pull-up. If you don't fully extend on the way down, not a pull-up.
Yeah, and it's like, who cares? Why are you bragging about it in the first place?
Who cares?
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Moving on.
I care about the rep.
Mike, by the way, I failed to mention this in initial impressions because I feel like I was being pressured by someone. I don't feel like Mike was a good actor. Like, I'm not really sold on his character. I don't find him likable.
He's a little bland.
Yeah, super bland, like milk toast.
Yeah, he is a little milquetoast. There's not a whole lot to him. He kind of has that like dark side. And I'm going to be honest, he doesn't really do much in this movie. I wouldn't even say he's really a hero in the movie.
He sleeps a lot.
He does sleep a lot.
Yeah, he's a problematic character, and I get what they're going for. They're making him like a guy who has some problems. But I'm just thinking, like, if you put someone else in this, like Justin Long or something, he'd have like this energy to him, right? You'd at least like him. This guy, I don't really care about.
Yeah, I didn't really care for him. Or to be honest, controversial. His sister.
Oh, I don't think her acting was great either.
Wasn't into it. I didn't think the connection that occurs in this movie really made a lot of sense. And yeah, I just didn't really like her.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think the acting was very good.
Maybe the acting was bad.
Yeah, I could replace the sister and Mike, and hey, I'm cool with part 2. Let's just get them out of here. Didn't happen, but okay.
Now, Mike lives at home with his sister Abby. He's the caretaker, and that would be because his parents are not around.
Yeah, what happened to the mom?
Okay, so the mom died. This is another ChatGPT thing. I typed it in, ChatGPT. It's like, oh, they both died in a car wreck.
That's not what happened.
That's not at all what happened. It just made that up.
All right.
That's not. So they said the mom did die. She may have died in a car wreck. Then they said the dad just couldn't take it and left.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. Just like, all right, I'm over. You deal with your sister now.
Yeah, don't need to talk to my kids. I'm out of
crazy.
here.
All right, we'll go with it. Maybe there's some lore down the road. We find out like he really got killed too. We just didn't know it yet.
Maybe he's one of these monsters. I don't know.
He's not.
What you need to know about Abby, she draws a lot. And what she draws are imaginary friends. She's got a lot of imaginary friends. To be honest, this whole movie, all she does is draw.
Yeah, and doesn't she just draw these people?
Yeah, and she'll talk to them like they're in the room with her.
Yeah, so she's drawing these characters.
Well, they don't know that yet. She's drawing imaginary friends.
Okay, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that, all right? Beep yourself out in there.
All right, it's beeped.
Mike's got to go off to his job at the mall, so he's got to leave Abby, and he leaves her with her babysitter, Maxine. The only reason I bring her up, she's going to be a little bit of a character in this movie, so now you know who she is.
Yeah, we don't really find out how she is related or why she's even involved in this family either. She's just there babysitting.
You would assume, yeah. I mean, she's a babysitter. Do we need to say more?
Well, usually if you have a babysitter, it's like he knows her from some place, like he trusts her. It's just like some random person watching his kid is what it feels like.
Yeah, like he found her on Craigslist or something.
Yeah.
Mike goes off to work at the mall, and on his break, he decides to have a little bit of ice cream. By the way, did you know? Apparently, the ice cream shop is branded with a rainbow from Chica's Magic Rainbow, apparently a mini game.
Oh my God. No, I don't know that.
Well, now you do.
Thank you.
I don't even know if that's true because I never played that game.
Yeah, moving on.
Now, while he's waiting in line, he notices there's a kid, and he's just kind of like meandering around. Seems a little lost, but it catches Mike's eye. And he's like kind of watching this kid. He's going to the ice cream, watching the kid, keeping a very close eye on him. Just then, a man walks over, grabs the kid's arm, and abruptly yanks him, right?
You're selling it more than it even showed. You're trying to go Mike's side here. That is not exactly what happened. It looked like a father grabbing a son's arm, maybe a little bit harder than normal, but this kid was probably really annoying. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
He's a meanderer.
But yes, all we see is a man grab a kid's arm. All right.
So Darren saw a father with a son. Mike saw a child abduction.
Yes.
So what does Mike do? Well, he takes off sprinting after this man, right? Just chasing him down in the mall. When he catches up to him, you may think like he's going to be like, hey, what are you doing? Or like some dialogue here, right?
Yes, because at that point, they're in front of a water fountain. Let's see where this might go. And the father and son, they don't seem to be like struggling at all. Or I should say, the man and the kid don't seem to be struggling at all. Right?
Right, correct.
But Mike took this as disrespect.
He did. What does he do? Well, he spears this guy like a linebacker, drills him crashing into the fountain, and he's not even done yet because then he gets on top of him and just beats this guy's face in.
I appreciate his dedication and where his heart was. An absolutely insane thing to do, especially the shots afterwards on top. Like, you didn't even ask the kid, like, is this your dad? It was such a crazy start.
Speaking of the kid, he's standing there just looking terrified watching this. And you may be wondering, why is he terrified? It's because Mike's beating his father to death.
Yeah, we all know. I told in the beginning. I mean, that was just the most egregious start to a movie. Like, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and cut to this. Mike don't got a job anymore.
Mike has a hard time keeping jobs.
Yes. And where do you go when you lose a job? You got to go to the career counselor.
Yeah.
You ever been to a career counselor?
No.
Me neither. Don't even know why you go to one. I think you just look up a job. But people that maybe have a hard time, I would say maybe somebody who's been in jail may use one.
Is that a real thing? I thought this was like for school.
School?
A career counselor?
Well, that does make sense for school.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe there are career, I don't know. Maybe there are career counselors. Who knows?
For sure, we can move on though.
Here's where we meet Steve Raglan. Now, this is played by Matthew Lillard.
By the way, when I first saw this, I didn't recognize him. It took me a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's been so long.
Matthew Lillard, I just have to say, he's like one of those dudes. He just seems like good people.
Every time I've heard him talk, he seems like a nice guy. Seems like a fun dude. Similar to his characters, but like better in a good way.
Yeah, I just likable guy.
I'd love to talk to you, Matt.
I just want to speak to you.
Yeah. Anyways, we could stop glazing.
Yeah, I was a lot of glaze. Mike has a history of losing jobs. This ain't the first time. It's happened multiple times. The counselor's like looks over his paperwork. He's going over all the jobs he's lost. And he starts to read his name and he's like, Mike. And he starts to say his last name, but then he kind of like stutters and stops, looks up at him, looks back at the paper, and then like kind of takes a closer look at him. It's like he recognizes him.
It seemed as though he was going to write this guy off. Then he saw his name and things changed. Something happened to where now he actually cares a little bit.
Yeah, there's something he's very, I don't know, it seems like he likes the guy, maybe wants to help him out.
Yeah, let's take that little fact and put it right in the back of the brain. Hold on to that one. It's going to come back.
Now, Steve, this career counselor, he's got one job that he thinks he could give to Mike.
It's a security gig. And you only have to worry about one thing, keeping people out. And keep the place tidy.
That's two things.
You want the job or not?
Is it just me? Even just when he's talking in this, I just found him very interesting.
Matthew Lillard?
Yeah.
Oh, you're glazing again.
Sorry. But he was fun to listen to. When Mike's talking, I'm so freaking bored.
Yeah, with Mike, I'm like, let's just move to the next scene.
Yeah, or at least have like some energy about you.
Yeah, he's very bland and depressing.
I feel like he always acts like that.
I don't even know. Wasn't he one of those guys who shot arrows?
Yeah, he was in Hunger Games. He didn't shoot the arrows. He was with Katniss
Did he
Everdeen.
catch one?
Yeah, I don't remember. I watched all, but I don't remember at all.
Oh, I did not watch all this.
I didn't watch them all either. I don't know why I said that.
That was a lie.
I watched like two of them.
Hey, tell us about every one of them.
The first to see Hunger Games
Dude,
2020.
I could see you as in Halloween dressed as Katniss.
Why would it be Katniss, dude? It's stupid.
Steve tells him about the security gig he's got lined up for him, and all he has to do is like keep this place tidy, keep everybody out. The big problem though, it's a night gig. Mike's got to take care of Abby, so he can't do it. He leaves the office.
Yeah, and Steve's like, that's disappointing.
It's very disappointing. I'm sure you'll never come back. We'll never speak again.
Yeah, but here's my card, just in case.
Just in case. Now, things go from bad to worse for old Mike, because when he gets home, he's got a notice on his door, and it's delinquency. He hasn't been able to make his payments.
Yes, so he's taking care of his sister, not making payments, can't keep a job. He's in a bad place. Not sleeping either, we'll find out as well.
Correct. So Mike puts Abby to bed, then he pops some sleeping pills, and that's a thing he does a lot, is takes a lot of these sleeping pills. Mike falls asleep, and we enter into Mike's mind.
I like what you do with your hands there.
Yeah, we're going to go into Mike's mind a lot. It's his dreams. I say his mind. You know what I'm saying. Now, this dream starts off with a camping trip with his parents. It seems, you know what? I say camping trip. It almost looked like a picnic. It seemed like there was too many people around.
Yeah, I don't remember. Bro, they're grinding things.
Dude, you know what? I would like to watch a horror movie where PG&E workers get murdered.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we should make one when you're trying to podcast and guys lose their mind and just murder the workers like garbage men, lawn guys. You could take out anyone who disturbs your area.
Dude, you can make that like a comedy. That'd be really good.
Yeah, kind of like Del and Tucker Phil. Or Tucker and Del.
I haven't watched that one.
What? That's so good.
It's like just this scenario. You're trying to do a podcast and all of a sudden at 5 p.m, they're working on the road.
So you could make it like that movie where you accidentally kill them. I don't know how we do that.
I'd rather just take the jackhammer to him. Just chasing people around with it. I mean, this could go on for days. I mean, he went on long that time. You think it's about done?
No, his arms are just tired. Now he's going to switch hands or something.
And start jackhammering. All right. Let's try it.
Mike falls asleep and we enter into Mike's mind. So this is what we're going to do throughout this movie. It's his dreams. We go into dream world. He falls asleep a lot, but you would think he'd have different dreams. No, he has one dream.
Well, it's not exactly a dream. It's kind of a dream. Because it's really the event that happened when he was young, and he's replaying it through his mind when his brother got abducted.
A memory.
A memory dream.
How's a memory different than a dream?
I mean,
dream you're asleep. Memories you're
memories
awake.
Seem like dreams after a while.
I think they're similar. Dreams are memories sometimes.
Well, do I really have to explain the difference between a dream and a memory? One's real, Daniel. I mean, you can have dreams about memories, but
I would argue memories a lot of times aren't real. It's just what you perceive like now to think, and it's probably not even close to real.
Well, yeah, you're right, though. Sometimes memories get fuzzy and become dreams.
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly. Well, this memory / dream that he's having is about this camping trip he went on with his parents. Camping trip, picnic, I'm not really sure which one it was.
And it doesn't matter, so yeah.
Yeah. He's told... So he's told to watch his brother who's running around with an airplane. Now, at the beginning of this started off almost like a Final Destination thing where it's like a drink is spilled. You see the water trickle down, but then there's the brother in the airplane running around. You're like, what's going to happen there? Then there's a Frisbee in the air and you're watching that.
They're showing you there's lots of distractions happening. So poor Mike never had a chance. His mom arguably set him up on this one.
Oh, that is
like,
true.
Hey, go watch your brother. But then she immediately leaves, not really checking if he is going to watch, but, you know.
And this whole scenario that plays out here too, it just seems kind of weird. I'm not really even buying you're gonna, like, who's coming to this campground to snatch a kid? Okay, here's the end of the dream. Garrett gets abducted. His brother, he's in the back of the car, gets driven away by a man in a hood, like a hood on.
Yeah, all we saw is that Mike was supposed to watch his brother. His brother is just gone, and there's a car taking off.
And his brother was just running around with an airplane. Like, how did some random dude just show up at the camping site and
I think it's believable enough. Who knows? Guys, people do that. They find places where families are and just snatch a kid.
Yeah, camping sites aren't, I wouldn't say it's a great place. It's like a secluded area.
I would argue it's a really good place. There's trees all around.
Yeah, but he seemed like he drove right up on him.
You got to hide behind the tree like Myers does.
Good point. So that was dream one. We're going to hit a bunch of them.
Dude, we're going to keep coming back to this dream, and this is my negative is it's not fun. You know, a kid got abducted. I get to build Mike's backstory. That's fine. We don't need to keep coming back through it.
Well, that's because some other people join us in this stream.
I know.
The next day, Mike has an appointment because Abby's got a court-appointed child psychologist, apparently, and she wants to have a talk with Mike and Aunt Jane. Now, you haven't met Aunt Jane. Aunt Jane's not alone either, though. She brought a lawyer, but Aunt Jane, she's a little bit of a bitch.
She's not a good person. She seems, well, Mike paints it out that she just wants Abby for the money.
I think she makes it clear.
But you know what, though? I forgot. Yeah, other things happen. She is not a good person at all.
No.
I do love the lawyer, though, because the lawyer is terrified of her, and you could tell he doesn't want to ever be in any of these scenes, but he has to be because he's afraid of her.
Yeah, he's scared.
He's good.
Now, if you don't believe me that she's a bad person, because Darren tried to spin a little tell, like, she might not be. This is like the first scene we meet her. This is what she does. First thing, calls Mike a degenerate and calls Abby mentally ill. Does that sound like a good person?
Well, no, it doesn't. I made a mistake by saying she might be. Yeah, but she says Mike sleeps a lot, but Mike does look like a degenerate, though.
He might be a a little bit of a degenerate.
And Abby's not the greatest either.
She may be mentally ill.
Yeah, I think
you know what, Aunt Jane might be right.
I think she's the good one, and she's right.
Well, she tries to give Mike custody papers, then threatens him to take him to court. Basically, that's like kind of the whole motive for him to really get a job, because if they go to court, he doesn't have a job. Basically, Abby's going to get taken away.
Yeah, and he does care for his sister and wants to keep taking care of her, so.
Right, and Aunt Jane apparently just wants the money for having the kid. I never understand that, because I'm like, having a kid is so, like, it's just a lot of work and it costs you money. Is that a thing? I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it's like, you could give me a ton of money. I don't want to take on an extra kid.
Yeah, I don't want your kid.
Yeah, we have too many already. Like, we're
so
done.
many kids.
And we do like kids, though.
Oh, we like our kids.
Yeah.
And I don't hate your kids. I just don't want them.
Yeah.
Is that okay? This whole event basically gets Mike back on the phone. He calls that counselor Steve back up. Let's do some security work. We're going to Freddy Fazbear's.
Boom, we're in. Let the story begin.
Yes. And Steve gives us some story on the phone. I think it's while Mike's like traveling to it. Who cares? He tells him about Freddy Fazbear's. This restaurant was huge in the 80s. I mean, dude, it's Chuck E. Cheese, guys. It's the same thing. But for those of you who don't know, huge in the 80s, been shut down for years. The owner, a little bit of a sentimental guy, just can't seem to let it go. What you have to work with as a security guard, you have a dated security system, but it's functional.
All right.
Intermittent light problems. And if there's light problems, you just have to flip this breaker.
I do think it's funny because they're clearly incorporating the game.
They are. I would argue none of this really matters, though.
No, that's the thing. It didn't at all.
They did flip the breaker at one point, but I'm like, you could have left it off. I don't know. Did it matter?
They didn't use the lights and the breakers or any of this to slow down the main characters or to have any weird interaction with the what are these characters called?
Animatronics.
Animatronics, yeah. It's not like that played into what they were doing at all.
No, he didn't actually use any. Dude, honestly, this guy goes there and sleeps. He does not watch cameras.
Well, there's like one time maybe where you see someone in the camera. God, they could have used that so much better. That's a real big negative on this movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's where you had it set up. You're in the security room. When you show the cameras, that is what like people loved about the game. When you see these creatures and then they move a little and you notice that. That's fun. That was not in this movie.
All we needed to see is a couple scenes where he's looking at the cameras and all of a sudden there's someone there. Then all of a sudden they're in another monitor, but they're getting closer and closer and closer. And then boom, they peek out of the doorway or something. Boom. That's all you had to do.
And then they do this. Jump scare. Jump scare insert.
I don't like when you produce the show.
Mike arrives at Freddy Fazbear's. He walks through that chain link fence, makes his way inside. As he walks in, you see it's a little disheveled, like there's glass broken up on the floor. And on the wall, you do see Freddy's crew. And that's where he gets the first vision of all these animatronics together. And they're a band, by the way, guys. This is a band.
And they like to play sometimes when no one's around.
Yeah, they do. They enjoy that.
Yeah, they're really dedicated to the craft.
Okay, we got to talk about this because we see the whole band here. What is the most scary character out of them?
Well, it's the fox.
I mean, it has to be.
Well, he's all jagged. I don't know. His body's like destroyed and he has a hook for a hand.
I don't know where. I mean, I guess it's like, apparently, I think at the lores, he's from like Pirate Cove. Whatever.
Where's that?
An offshoot in this place, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, he wears an eye patch and he's got that hook, which is just kind of menacing.
Yeah, they're all, honestly, they're not even that scary, but it does work in this movie. I think they're fun characters.
I have to say, Chica's got to be the cutest with that little cupcake.
Yeah, it is cute.
I think that's cute.
All right, well, that's the cutest. Foxy's the scariest.
If I had to be physically with an animatronic, it would be a Chica.
You know these are kids.
Dude, cut that. That does not stay in. Take it out. Mike takes a seat. Oh, wow. That's a lot of, that's 3 S's in a row, dude.
Turned into a snake.
That's 3 S's in a row. Mike.
Yeah, the rest of the podcast.
Mike takes a seat at his... Wow. Okay, listen, guys, try 3. You want to try it?
Yeah, Mike takes a seat at the security station.
No, you skipped his. You can't. That doesn't count.
Mike takes a seat at his security station.
Mike takes a seat at his... I can't. I physically cannot
Just
say
slow
this.
yourself down.
Mike takes a seat at his security station and gets ready to work.
Wow,
So,
good job.
Mike goes to the security station and gets ready to work. Okay, so we're set up. You got the multiple monitors in front of him. They got the feeds showing the cameras. So most of the cameras are all like interior on this place, which is interesting for a camera system. It's all watching what's going on inside. There may be 1 or 2 that are on the outside, but most of it's monitoring what's happening.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I mean, it works for the movie.
Now, before Mike begins, he finds the security guard training video, and it's a VHS. Love the touch, by the way, guys. That used to be a thing called VHS. Check it out. Look it up.
Dude, nowadays, it's like DVDs aren't even a thing.
I know.
It's like everything's Blu-ray.
I don't know the last time I bought any physical copy of something.
Well, I don't buy it. I just see it on things where I get my movies where it's Blu-ray.
Like, turn to like a store?
No, a digital store, one might say.
But is that Blu-ray? That's streaming, though.
Ish.
He puts this VHS in, and they have an owner or a lady who's giving, like, you know, that you're a new hire.
Dude, it is great. It's pure 80s here.
Yeah. I loved it. So she's kind of showing him the whole Freddy Fazbear's, leading him around, telling him how, like, what the job's going to entail. This lady points out that the guy who ran this whole place was on the cutting edge of animatronics.
Yes, very interested in revolutionizing the
animatronic game. I'm going to finish that
Thank
for you.
God, I was struggling. I know where I was in a corner, dude.
It was not going to happen.
You look at my eyes and saw the fear of God.
It was like glazed over. It looks like, yeah, you were in an ice storm and your eyes had been frozen.
Just no hope, man. The plane was flying away and I was left on the island.
Then she introduces him to the stars of the show. So this is like the animatronics. Now I love this part because as soon as she starts to talk about him, the tape starts to get like warped, blurry, and like distorted.
Yeah, like staticky. So
yeah, it's kind of weird. I guess as soon as they're being spoken of, things get weird.
Yeah,
that's what we figure out there. Then the whole video freezes, goes to static. That's the end of the work video.
But a great introduction into the Freddy Fazbear arena.
Yeah, it's like it hits that nostalgia. Before Mike really begins his duties here, he first goes to his locker. Now, as soon as he opens it up, he comes face to face with Balloon Boy.
Yeah, a nice little jump scare.
I have a problem with the Balloon Boy jump scare.
And for our listeners here, Balloon Boy is just a small like figurine.
Yes, this is the problem that I have. It's a tiny, like, a little action figure toy that's just sitting up on the shelf. But whenever he sees this, Balloon Boy jumps into your screen, like, face. It's as if he jumps out and scares him.
Well, he's not actually moving, though.
No, it's just a figurine. Why does it jump scare him at all?
Well, I don't know. There's lore about this, right?
No, for sure. He's a guy that jump scares. Actually, you know what?
You're a moron. You know?
Yeah, did you know about Balloon Boy?
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Apparently in the game, he's not violent. More of a disruptive character. His main behavior is draining the player's flashlight batteries, making it harder to survive through the night. All right, so he's just like a little side character.
Oh, okay. I thought there was going to be something about jump scaring.
No, he's like an Easter egg. I'm sure he jump scares. I'm sure that's a thing with it. And that's why they did it in this movie. But it didn't make sense in the movie because it's a tiny toy that doesn't move.
Yeah, what would even be scary about seeing that?
You'd open it and be like, there is a toy on the shelf.
Oh, like, that's interesting. Where'd you come from, little guy?
Yeah, and he scares him a couple times. I like that he's in it. It just makes no sense how he jump scares. Mike begins his patrol around the restaurant. Like I said, it's like a classic arcade, Chuck E. Cheese type where you have the whole toy counter where you give your tickets and get the toys. You have the arcade machines.
Yeah, a classic 80s arcade. Great look. It had the carpet with little squiggly things on it. Looks great. By the way, we are at night. So every time he's working, it's night shift.
Yep, I think we hit that.
I just want to make sure they know because we've said a lot in between from when we started.
That is true. Most importantly, though, there is a stage, and on that stage is like a big red curtain. Behind that big red curtain is where these animatronics kind of stay. This is where they live. After Mike's patrol, he ends up going back to the security station, sits down by those monitors, and again, this is his first day on the job. What do you think he's going to do?
Time to take a nap.
Right to sleep. This guy goes immediately to sleep, and I'm like, I totally understand why he can't have a job.
I mean, that's a crazy move.
Not only does he go to sleep, he pops these sleeping pills. Like, he wants to go to sleep.
That's an insane thing to do.
You're a security guard. For one, it'd be creepy. Like you're in this big building by yourself. You're not even really that sure what's around and you're just going to sleep.
Yeah, not to mention, don't you think maybe someone's watching you on your first day?
You would think they would.
Whatever. Okay. We're going to take it and move on.
Now, as he's drifting off, we start hearing over the speakers, there's like some static that starts playing. And then we drop straight back into Dream World. We go over that same sequence again. Brother's taken, going away in the car. I'm kind of going to just jump to that part of every sequence because that's kind of where it goes.
Yeah, every dream is the same exact spot. Let's just be clear. So, dream sequence, we're at the campground.
Right. Brother's stolen. But now there's 5 kids in the woods that are all staring at him. He tries to talk to him like, hey, what's up?
You guys want to buy some drugs?
He didn't say that part.
No, that was me.
These kids don't speak a word to him. What they do is all just take off in different directions. So Mike chases after him, trips, wakes up. It's 6 a.m. Guys, we made it through night 1.
Yeah, so that's odd. There's these kids in his dream now who weren't there before.
Kids in dreams.
Who knows what they're doing?
Kids in dreams, kids in drawings. We cut over to Sparky's coffee shop, and this is where we see Aunt Jane has some dirty tricks up her sleeve. By the way, there's a cameo here, apparently MatPat. They threw in a bunch of like YouTubers and stuff in this, which I actually think is really cool. At the end, I'll tell you all the ones that were in the movie.
Oh, thank you.
You won't know any of them.
I don't know. I don't even know who this
guys
is. I do like that they're incorporating, I guess, people that played the game.
Yeah, it's people that like I think helped boost it up and were into it at the time.
That's awesome.
I thought that was really cool. At this coffee shop, again, we have Aunt Jane, we have her lawyer with her. Then we also have Max, the babysitter, with her brother Jeff.
Max is the girl?
Yeah.
Confusing name.
It's Maxine. I call her Max.
Okay.
We learned that Aunt Jane has paid off Max to find some incriminating evidence against Mike in order to help her whole case to get the kid, right?
Yes, which now makes sense why she's even there. Again, they never explained it, but you must think that maybe she just kind of worked her way into meeting him and watching the kid. Because they did say Mike doesn't pay her currently.
Right. He's planning on it. Yeah. He's planning on it. It just hasn't happened yet.
Because he can't keep a job because he sleeps all the time.
True. Well, Max reveals she didn't find anything, but she wants her $200. And Aunt Jane's like, no. I'm not paying you. You found nothing for me. Why would I pay you? And here's where Jeff jumps in with a pretty wild idea because he decides, hey, why don't we just kill him?
Dude, it came out of absolutely nowhere. Jeff's a wild card, if you guys didn't know.
Like, okay, just murder him?
Yeah, you went from just trying to find evidence or information to killing the man.
Yeah,
okay.
Like now you can go to prison for this.
But it's nice, though, because we needed to know how bad they really were.
You need to dislike him, and that will do it.
Yeah.
Even Jan isn't on board with that idea. It's a little too much, obviously. So Jeff comes up with another idea. Hey, Mike just got that new job as a security guard. We could break in, steal some stuff, trash the place, and we'll get him fired, right?
Right.
I don't know about that idea either, though, because they're going to break in after he leaves.
I know.
Why would that be his fault?
100%. That was my problem with this whole storyline. It didn't make any sense. If he is not there, who cares if they break in? He's not working.
I think they try to allude like Max left something open and that's what caused them to be able to get in.
That's a jump, though.
It's a jump. It's a leap.
Yeah.
And to do all this just to get him fired.
And that might not even get him fired.
Yeah, why don't you just like, I don't know, destroy his car, like, flatten his tires. He can't get to work. He's late.
Or break in while he's there.
Also an idea.
Yeah, but even that might not even get him fired.
No, who knows? Yeah. Aunt Jane, she's on board with this plan. She's going to pay him $1,000 to do it. All right. Now we go back to Mike. He's going to work. It's night 2 of his shift, right? Because, Freddy, we go by nights.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
There's 5 nights at...
Yes, now that makes sense. It all came together.
Tonight, there's a storm brewing outside. So we got like rain coming down. Now on the security cameras, you can even tell like the storm's going on. Like lights are intermittently flashing on and off. Also, the lightning will flash. And then when it flashes, some things get revealed.
Like characters?
Like maybe Foxy's shadow. I feel like that's the only guy we see in the shadows.
I don't remember even seeing a lot of them hiding in the shadows.
Yeah, I saw this happen like once. Maybe they even did that noise that they do, like chong, chong. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But you guys, does Mike see the shadows? No, because Mike's asleep again. This guy's already asleep.
It's crazy. Like I said in the intro, even my kids were like, why are we back in a dream?
It's nonstop dreams. I mean, we just got here. I want to see what's going on around this place. We got creatures in the halls, but this guy's asleep.
Dude, that's the thing. You have such a fun place. Let him explore. Like I had fun watching him even clean up in the arcade.
Right. That didn't happen yet, but we'll get there.
Sorry, spoiler alert. I wish, a lot more of him wandering around, running into these things would have been cool too.
But no,
all ideas.
Hey, we're in a dream right now. So again, brother stolen, kids in the woods. They take off running again. This time he chases down a ginger kid, catches up to him, grabs him. Turns out to be a bad idea because that kid cuts his arm. Then we have a weird thing where it flashes to the kid and he's got like these black bleeding eyes screaming.
Yeah, that was pretty effective at scaring the kids.
That was good on the kids. Other than being a jump scare, I don't know why they did that.
It's really weird and disturbing. That's why they did it. And honestly, I thought it was kind of creepy. I don't know why they're bleeding from the eyes, but maybe that's how he got killed. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess it's good. We'll give him a pass. That was good.
I thought it was a pretty good little jump scare.
Now this wakes Mike up, and when he gets up, this whole camera system is like all glitched out. And not only that, their speakers are on, and there's a song playing, and it's like that song "Talking in Your Sleep."
Isn't that the song they keep playing? That's like
Talking
their main song.
Talking in Your Sleep.
Yeah,
that whole thing.
Yeah, that's the song they play the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the big thing is that mark that happened in real life, that scratch.
Yeah, so we have. That's what I was going to ask you. Is that a dream scratch, or did somebody scratch him while he was sleeping?
Yeah, like a Freddy ability style.
Yeah, was that in the? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or
No.
I
think it's the animatronic.
I think they came over and scraped him.
Yeah, because we saw like the ginger must be the fox, I guess.
I don't really understand what honestly is going on right now. Like, I don't know why the kids are kind of helping him. I don't know what they're doing with him in this facility at the Freddy Fazbear. What is this called?
Freddy Fazbear's.
Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of him being there is. Like, what do they want? Do they not want him there?
Are they helpful? I'm not sure.
Yeah, are they trying to help him? I don't think they like him. What about? I have more questions. I can't go.
Okay, well, we'll get into it. Basically, Mike now resets the breaker that turns power back on. I guess the power's out. Who cares? Then the doorbell rings and the police have arrived.
Gets a little odd now.
Now we're going to meet a very interesting character in this movie, and that is Officer Vanessa Shelley. She immediately notices he's bleeding, makes herself very much at home. Like, she knows everything about this place.
It's odd. She's an odd character. She comes in. She obviously, like you said, knows a lot. It's weird why she even is there. She just says on her beat, but why is she going inside and helping? It just is off.
Yeah, what would make her go to this place? Now, there's more backstory, and we'll figure some of that out. It's still odd, the whole storyline with her, and we'll dive deeper into it as we go. For now, she knows exactly where the first aid kit is, goes, grabs that, patches Mike up, and Mike's kind of like, even in the movie, at least they addressed it. He's like, why do you know so much about this place? And she said, yeah, it's on her beat, but also she loved it. Did you already say that as a kid?
No, I didn't say it at all.
Oh, she loved it as a kid, so she grew up here. She knows the whole place.
Yeah, their dialogue back and forth is funny because they flip back and forth where he suspects her of being a little off, but then immediately flips back to normal, and she'll do the same thing to him and then back to normal. Because she says, like, oh, you haven't blinked, you're sketchy or something. And then he's like, well, I haven't slept because this place is weird. And she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
like,
doesn't really seem like a cop. I'm going to be honest.
I thought she was a fake cop, and you I thought told me she was a fake cop.
I don't think she's a fake cop.
You suspected she was fake.
Correct.
Yeah, but now you're a believer?
I just think she is a bad cop.
It's crazy because she doesn't seem to be doing any cop work.
Vanessa reveals that this place gets to people, and especially the security guard new hires. They like never last. They always quit, right?
Right.
Add to that, the whole thing with the kids going missing. She just casually like brings that up and then moves on.
She floated out there just to see what he'd say, and then we're done.
Yeah.
So she knows something about that, right?
That was weird, but what she says next is, I don't know, arguably stranger, because she asks him, have you met them yet?
Well, yeah, but she's not talking about the kids. She just says kind of in general, have you met them yet? Yeah.
Which is a strange thing to say because she's talking about the animatronics. Obviously, she's close to them as well.
Yeah, it seems like a very odd thing to say.
So she hits a switch or whatever, turns the band on, the curtains pull back, and they start playing their song. And you know what? We've already said like 2 weird things. We'll go with a third. Vanessa asks him, would you like to dance?
Well, let's set the stage. Like they're all playing the instruments now, right? And they're in front of their big stage where the Fazbear show happens. And so the cool thing is we get to see them all, and they all look good, honestly. They're pretty cool looking animatronics. I don't know what they really were. Were they animatronics in real life?
What do you mean? It's a movie.
I mean, what were they? Were they like people in costumes?
No, they're animatronics.
In real life?
Yeah, well, in the movie.
No, in real life. Like,
Oh, you know what? Actually, Jim Henson has like a puppet factory thing that he still does. I guess they worked on it. I think they might have been like animatronic-ish, but they definitely like Foxy had puppeteers. Where like six dudes had to like move him like a puppet.
That's pretty cool. They look good. Yes. Okay, so look cool. They did a great job with the characters. Yeah, the weirdest part though, so they start playing their song and Vanessa asks him to dance, which is crazy.
I thought that was an insane thing to do. As a cop working on the beat, first of all, who would want to dance to this? Like, how do you even dance to these guys playing these instruments?
I don't know.
I would have actually loved to see them try.
I mean, I think a lot of arm swinging. I don't know what you do. But even she's like attractive. Even at that, I would be like, no, that's weird. Why do you want to dance to this?
It's a strange movie.
You're a grown up.
You're not a child.
Go back to doing your job.
Yeah, you're a cop. Maybe patrol the beat.
But see, it's not only us who felt this way. Also, the animatronics didn't like it because at that point, power goes off. The curtain's shut.
Yeah, they shut it down. Nobody's dancing tonight.
Yeah.
Ain't happening. After this, Vanessa reveals this whole place got shut down because these kids went missing.
Well, because kids went missing.
Kids.
Can we just tell them?
Yeah, okay. We'll just spoil it.
You like to hold everything back so much.
I know. I like to reveal it when it is revealed in the movie, but it's really not like that shocking. The kids, the ghost kids, dead kids, they're the robots.
Yes, their bodies are actually still in the robots.
Okay, that's another problem I have. And I thought, should we just talk about that too?
Yes.
Their physical bodies are within these robots. How?
I don't know.
How do you put blood, bones?
I mean, at one point, the blood must have like been there and dried up.
Okay, let's say you bled them dry.
Okay.
We're just going to go, they're prunes now. So you're going to crush up bones and stuff? How do you get them in metal like that?
Okay, yes, the kids being in the animatronics is weird. Even weirder that ghosts now control them. I think that's probably more unbelievable.
Okay, arguably more. I don't know, dude. Like Foxy, how do you fit a kid in Foxy? That guy's all metal rods.
Well, I mean, yeah, you'd think you'd see something, right?
Yeah, or like, is it taped to
I don't
them?
know how, but here's an even weirder part. How do those little prong things that shut work?
That's another, okay, we're going to have to talk about that when we get there.
Okay. So yes, the kids are controlling these animatronics.
Ghost children.
Yes.
And their bodies are within them somehow.
Yes.
Night 2 is complete, guys. We've made it through night 2.
Congratulations. We are still alive.
Mike locks up and he leaves. Now, as he drives away, we see that bad boy Jeff is sitting outside of the joint. He's waiting. He's staked it out. And he's not alone because he's brought Maxine, Carl, and Hank. So he's like a little squad of 4.
Yeah, he's got his crew. Now it's also daytime.
Yes, because again, he's off shift.
Yes.
They basically break in and just anything that has glass in it, destroy it.
Yeah, it's like time to just destroy everything. They're having fun. Seems like a good time.
Woo! Yeah! Let's go, boys! Come on!
Stealing coins out of the machines, which also is a weird move because usually like those places have like specialized coins.
Back in the day, I don't know if they still work that way.
I thought they did. I thought you always had to like put money and then they would give you their coins, their tokens.
This is all a scam, dude.
Yeah, it is. Carl decides to step it up a notch and be like a real bad boy. So he goes into the kitchen and he tips over the pizza boxes in the kitchen.
Just disrespectful.
But then he hears something. There's something like a noise that comes within the big fridge.
Who is Carl? He's not the big dude.
He's the skinny guy.
Okay.
He's like the guy that doesn't fit. He's like a young skinny kid.
Yeah. Had everything going for him until this happened.
Right. He walks over to that fridge and opens it up. And what does he find?
The cutest little cupcake in the world.
A little bucktooth cupcake. And he even has like a little candle on it.
Yeah.
So he's like looking at this thing, kind of figuring out like, what am I even seeing here? Then he hears something behind him, like turns and looks back and it's totally gone. So he shuts the fridge, turns around, and as he does, he sees Chica standing there with the cupcake in front of him.
But see, you know what? This is why the cupcake works, because it's so unassuming. You don't think it's bad. It looks cute. In fact, they all kind of look cute.
True.
Until they're not.
And then we hear the sound. Now that cute little cupcake takes flight and dives like straight at Carl with its mouth wide open chomping.
Yeah, and that's the gross part about this thing. Again, you don't have to show it. You just kind of hear it, and I'm imagining that thing is just chewing his face up.
Yeah, it's like you hear the mechanical like metal smashing.
It sounds strong and mechanical and scary.
Yes. We cut over to Hank. They don't show a lot of this stuff. It like cuts over to the next character.
Dude, they have to keep that PG-13, and they are struggling.
Right.
It's so clear during these kills that they have to cut them off. And honestly, I don't even mind it for this type of movie because it is a kid's movie-ish.
Yeah, it's fine. We cut over to Hank, and he's destroying the whole rewards table. You know, you turn in your tickets. He's just destroying all that glass. Again, they love breaking glass.
Yep.
It's what he's there for. But then he hears Carl scream. He walks over to the kitchen, looks up, and sees Carl's face being eaten by a cupcake. Got to be a crazy thing to see.
That would be, you know what? I didn't even think about that. God, what would you even think at that point?
Well, I don't know. I think Hank was trying to process this, but he doesn't even have time to because he sees Chica standing there, and Chica just slowly turns her head, looks directly at him, and then does like the little eye squint.
Okay, hold on. A couple things here. We forgot to mention the way you know these characters are mad, these animatronics are upset with you, they squint. They have 2 different looks. Well, maybe 3. They have the red eyes.
I was going to say, eyes changing color is a big one.
They have the red eyes. They have the squint. If they squint at you, they don't like what they're seeing.
Correct.
Not necessarily going to kill you, but they're not happy.
No.
And they just have open eyes.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the noises. Like when you hear the little dum-dums things.
Well, yeah, but that's not most about the looks.
Okay.
I'm talking about the visual. You were talking about the audio.
Correct.
Yes.
We leave Hank and we jump over to Jeff. Now, Jeff is about to destroy all these security cams, but as he looks down, he sees Hank running through these halls, like running like for his life. Obviously, he's being chased by someone.
Well, yes. And after what he saw, I too would be running. That is the main thing. I would try to get out of there because I don't know what's going on and I don't want to find out.
No.
I'm not that close to these guys. I barely know them.
Oh, the gang?
Yeah, they just invited me. They just invited me for a job, trying to score a quick lick, one might say. And I'm out.
All right. Well, Hank ends up finding a janitor's closet. He goes inside, shuts the door. The only problem is this room is like pitch black. So he has to reach up and there's a pull light cord above him. Now, as he reaches up to pull it, we see behind him 2 little eyes light up in the night.
He's not alone.
He's not alone. So he turns the light on, turns around, and he comes face to face with Bonnie.
So Bonnie was just hiding in there.
It was a setup job.
They knew he was going to run into there?
I don't know. Bonnie hides, I guess.
All right. We'll go with it. It was cool.
Now we jump back to Jeff. He now hears Hank screaming. You see the pattern here? We got a thing. You get attacked, you scream, the next guy hears you.
Well, yeah, they can't show you, but that he's out of commission for now.
Yeah, you also hear like bone crunching. Like you can tell nothing good is happening in that room. And even more than that, a bloody hand slides down the door.
Like I said, they do a good job with what they can show and can do. They can't show you, so you're gonna hear it, which is it works.
Right. So Jeff's staring there watching this bloody hand. Then that door opens and Bonnie actually steps out of the room. Now, could you imagine standing there, this animatronic walks out of this room?
I think I would just die. I would just be like, have a heart attack.
Well, Jeff probably felt similar because he just goes right back to that security room, shuts the door, looks down at the camera, and now it gets interesting. Because he sees Bonnie and Chica standing together. And Chica is holding that little cute cupcake, leans down, opens the vent, and tosses that cupcake in.
Dude, this was creepy because then you hear that thing moving around the vents and you know it's coming for you.
Well, and Chica and Bonnie, after it goes in, they both kind of just like look up at the camera.
There's something so creepy about any movie where characters look into the camera, even if they can't see you, they can see you.
They see you.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's where I wish we would have just like gone way more into that.
Dude, the more I think about how cool would it have been to see these things just destroy people, to see them actually like eat people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they do. What do they do once they get you?
They're metal. They just chomp you up.
Like chops, maybe? I mean, I'm sure that little fox looking thing stabs you.
They got sharp teeth too.
Yeah, okay.
Jeff sees this cupcake enter the vent. He looks around his security room, notices there just happens to be a vent next to him, runs over just in time to stop that cupcake getting to him. And that thing, though, it sounds powerful. It sounds like a jet turbine, like screaming towards him.
Yeah, or like a transformer. I don't know. I feel like there was like things in Transformers that sound just metal hitting metal.
Yeah, there is a lot of that.
Yeah.
He thinks he's safe. He stopped the cupcake. The only problem is that security room door just opens up. Jeff's got some balls here because he actually goes to that door and walks out into the hall. I never would do that, honestly. I would not leave the room personally.
No, just shut the door.
Yeah, shut the door, stay put. But Jeff goes out into the hall. As soon as he does, that door behind him slams shut. It's locked. But there is an exit door right in front of him. So he runs over to that. Of course, that's locked as well. Like, he's not getting out. Come on. Then we hear the dum 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 humming sound.
They're here.
And we see Foxy's on the move. Eventually, Foxy ends up at like the end of the hall facing Jeff, and then the lights start flickering, and that's where you have him. I don't even know if it moved closer. I'm going to say Foxy starts moving closer with each flicker of the light, and then everything goes quiet. So we have a huge Foxy jump scare. Its whole mouth is wide open, coming right at him.
Yes, and of course the lights flickering, the guy getting closer. It works. It just works.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I like it.
I mean, nothing's groundbreaking here. It's just
I played the game. It happened a lot in the game, and I liked it.
Yeah.
You may be wondering, wait, I thought there was the girl Max there, right?
Yeah.
Apparently she was like on watch outside, but nobody's come out, and she's kind of wondering like, where is everybody?
Gotta check on her boys.
Gotta go inside and check on
The
them.
homies.
Right. The homies, sure. So as soon as she walks in, something strange happens because a kid shows up. This is interesting.
All right away. Guess what, guys? I'm in this scenario. A random kid's in there.
Well,
I immediately I know this is haunted, and I do not need to be in here.
Well, correct.
Yeah, I just run out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to follow a kid around. Like, I just don't trust you, kid.
Nothing good is coming out of that situation.
No, like, why would you be in there in the first place? I mean, best case, it's a ghost.
Yeah, you're right.
Worst case, you're following a kid into a building. Not a great look either. So.
Yeah, what kind of kids are hanging out in an abandoned building? You got to think about these things, Max.
Oh, it's a ghost kid.
Yes.
And also, that's a weird thing. Like, you sometimes see the kids. Like, sometimes they'll be the animatronic, and then you'll see the kid.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that just don't quite make sense. Or I guess I need some direction on what I'm looking at. Yeah, can we actually see the kids like really standing out there? Or is it just they're giving the moviegoer just a visual representation?
Well, she saw the kid.
You just answered the question. Yes.
Yeah. Like we said, Max has a choice to make. Are you going to follow the kid or leave? She decides, I'm going to follow him. And that's mainly because he says, hey, follow me.
She's like, okay.
So she does.
Sold.
Now she's going like deep into this building, like in the back halls. All right. They end up at the animatronic workroom. Now the kid kind of disappears, but she hears him say warmer. And it's, the hot or cold game. So she's going to play the game as well. So she goes into the room, and that's where we see Freddy Fazbear standing in the middle of the room, and he's just quietly standing there, so nothing to be scared of, really, right?
I will say too, Freddy's a beast. He's a unit, dude.
Oh, he's huge.
Yeah, he's scary big,
right?
But face looks friendly.
Yeah, he looks cuddly-ish.
Yeah.
She hears this kid say warmer, so again, she's moving close to the room. And each time he says warmer, it seems to be bringing her closer to Freddy, to the point where she's standing directly in front of him. But now it sounds like that voice is coming from his mouth. She brings over a little step stool, stands on it, climbs up, and she hears one last little warmer. And I'm just going to say right here, this is the most shocking kill of the movie.
Dude, it was great because first of all, you're kind of focused on the mouth, and it almost looks like the mouth has like an alien mouth thing going on.
And you're thinking at first, this guy's going to bite her hand off or her head off.
100%. You think the jaws are going to open, she's going to get bit. That's what's going to happen. It's not what happens.
Kind of. Now what happens is this kid's arm reaches through Freddy's mouth, grabs this girl, pulls her to the point where she is now parallel with the floor. She turns into like a board.
If that wasn't scary enough, jaw shuts on Freddy, chops her in half.
Body in half. We're talking torso and legs fall to the ground.
Well, no, legs fall to the ground. Torso's in Freddy.
You're right. It was more the hips.
Dude, the most shocking kill of the movie.
Best kill of the movie.
They had to save up the graphic part for this, and that's the only part that was really good.
They got one good kill. This was it.
Yeah, it was really good. Liked it. A+.
A+. Now that whole gang is dead. We got to jump back to Mike. So he's at home when he gets a little knock on the door, and it just so happens to be Vanessa making house visits now.
Did you get the vibe that Mike and Vanessa are even into each other?
I think you're supposed to. I didn't feel a whole lot of chemistry going on.
That's the problem. Mike is just so indifferent to everything. He's almost like a drug addict, just no emotion.
Well, I think he kind of is one.
Maybe that's what they're going for, but it's like, I don't even know what we're supposed to feel about them together.
He's a little dead behind the eyes.
But her character, too, I think by design is weird, so I guess.
Yeah, we'll break down that whole side of it, too. Anyways, Vanessa came here to let him know somebody broke into Freddy's. She also found his sleeping pills. He could be on the hook for some criminal negligence. So apparently, like, you're messing up, dude. That's what she's going for.
Well, but they're also giving you a reason of how he was going to be set up for this thing. They're like, oh, I found your sleeping pills. You must have left the gate open.
True.
Did we see him even do that?
I don't, you might have, but I mean, she's not, to be honest, it's not wrong.
Well, he shouldn't be taking sleeping pills, yes. I just think it's the whole storyline, whatever, we've already went over
I
that.
would say he's very negligent in his duties. Who cares? Mike and Vanessa end up going on a little walk, and we learn a little bit more of the story here.
Well, he has to, because she's going to turn him in, so he has to kind of break down what's really going on.
Right, why he's taking these pills. And that's because his brother Garrett was snatched up. We already know this. They never found the guy or his brother. But Mike does have a theory, and this theory is that we cannot forget things. You see, when you have these memories that happen in the past, they get stored in your brain. You just have to know how to unlock them. So how do you do that? You have to go to your dreams and just keep going to that dream over and over again and hope something comes up.
Okay, so a couple things with this. I love the idea of memories because
Can
I
I
also have wondered, do memories, do they all exist somewhere in your brain and you just have to tap into them? Because sometimes you'll smell something that's like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of when I was 5 years old and went to this one place.
That is true.
I'm on the board with Mike here. Maybe there is a way to access them. The problem is, how do you get back to the same dream?
Right. You'd have every night you're unlocking the same exact dream.
It's hard, but that's okay. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Also tells about the parents. I already broke it down. Mom died. Dad couldn't handle it. He left. All right. Speaking of people leaving, Vanessa's going to leave too. She's got to go. Mike has to go to work, also leaving.
All right. That was a great job.
But Mike does have a problem because Max isn't answering her phone. That's his babysitter. So tonight, Abby's going to have to come with him.
Yes. And we know she isn't answering the phone because she only has 2 halves of a body.
She physically can't pick up the phone.
She's dead.
She's bitten half at this point. Mike and Abby arrive at Freddy's, find the place completely destroyed. So Abby decides she's going to build a little fort in the security office to sleep next to Mike while he works or sleeps himself. We know what's going to happen, right? I will give Mike credit though. Tonight he does actually do some of his job. He actually goes to the janitor closet, gets some cleaning supplies, but he notices on that door there seems to be a blood stain that's been cleaned up.
Interesting.
Yeah, a little blood. As soon as he turns around from that though, another Bloom Boy jump scare.
I wish I knew who this little bastard was. I know you've told me about it, but I have no connection to him, but I'm sure kids love that part.
I think they do. It's like a good little nod to the fans.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I watched this movie 3 or 4 times. It just now clicked. He's cleaning up because those people destroyed the arcade. I was just thinking it's destroyed because it's an old arcade, but no, it was because they were there.
Yeah, I think everyone else probably picked that up.
I totally missed that.
Mike goes around, cleans up the restaurant, and by the way, there's no bodies, so it's all been cleaned up around there. Kind of concerning. I guess the animatronics do, and they must have wiped down windows too.
There may be someone else helping him.
Oh, that is true. Either way, it's now 4 a.m. The night's getting to a close, and even though Mike nearly just effed up and obviously people did break in, he decides he's still going to take a nap.
He's got to sleep. Oh, we should also mention he wants to sleep there now because he feels like he's getting closer to finding information about his brother. Because he has those kids, he thinks those kids know something about it.
These kids in his dream, I don't know if we've said this yet, these are the robot kids. They're all the same kids.
Yes.
You probably already put that together, but just making it clear.
So Mike's brother missing is going to kind of play into this whole thing. Those kids seem to know something.
Yes, correct. But at this time, Mike's starting to go to sleep. Abby's asleep in her fort, but then she hears somebody call her name. She decides she's just going to head out and go to the stage where she can hear some mechanical things going on behind that curtain. And that's when 2 little eyes light up and an animatronic steps forward. Then we cut back to Mike and his dream. We got to get this dream done with. In this dream today, we're going to confront the Dream Boy.
I'm so tired of being in this dream.
So this time he actually gets to speak to him and he's like, hey, you're the kids, right? The ones who all have disappeared. And basically he's like, I need help. I need to know what happened to my brother. You're in this dream. Maybe you could go look over there at who that guy is driving that car. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Sure.
It does. But now here's where I'm like, these kids' motives, I'm just not sure if they're good or bad sometimes. I would say they're bad.
I don't feel like they're good. They don't seem to like Mike at all.
Well, this is what the kid says. If we show you, what will you give us? I'd be like, hey, listen here, you little effing dream boy.
Yeah, it's my dream. I control it.
I'm going to take you to that car in the next dream if you don't tell me.
Dark.
Dark, yeah, it was dark.
It's too dark.
Mike basically at this point is like, I'll give you anything. And then all of a sudden he hears a girl's scream, which is obviously it's his sister. He's hearing it in the dream. Now, before he pops out of this dream, he's going to in just 1 second. He happens to look back and on the dirt, there's a drawing of a bunny.
So the kid did leave him a little clue. The bunny has something to do with his brother missing.
I would say not the greatest clue, but it's a bunny.
I mean, it's a pretty good clue.
I mean, I would think it's like something to do with this animatronic bunny that's in the shop.
Well, I think
restaurant.
I think it is something to do with the
Well,
bunny.
okay.
I mean, do you know what this movie's about? Did you watch this?
Mike wakes up from his dream and Abby's gone. She's not in that fort. He goes searching through the restaurant and he finds her. This is freaking crazy. He finds her at the showroom there and she is surrounded by animatronics.
And they're alive. They're moving and interacting.
And you may think she's afraid. No. These are her friends. And she introduces him to her new friends.
Okay, so she apparently has been talking to these kids for a while, right? That's to be what we're supposed to understand.
Okay, this is all her imaginary friends are these kids, ghosts. But she sees them as kids.
Yes, but now they're not kids. They're animatronics. But she must
They're
understand the connection.
She's totally in. And these are all her buddies. And so it's like, hey, these are my friends. Meet them.
He doesn't even seem that surprised. He's like, oh, okay. How'd you make friends? Not like, hey, these are animatronic ghost things.
Yeah, I'd be like, what can you do? Like, show me you move around? Like,
you're kidding me? I would be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Come here, Abby. And then I would just sprint as fast as I might even push her, let her stay. Hey, these are your friends now. They're not mine. No, but for real, like, I would be terrified. I guess you wouldn't be terrified right off the get-go. You'd kind of be interested, like, how do these things work?
I mean, there'd be some interest, but it'd be kind of crazy, right?
I mean, I for sure would stay there for actually a while to figure out what this is. Is this a magic trick?
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us what you would do with these animatronics?
How do they go to the bathroom? I need to know.
Did you notice, though? They seem to wink at Mike a lot. There was like an excessive amount of winking.
They don't wink. They squint, right?
No. Watch it back. I think there was some winking going on.
At Mike?
Yeah.
You think it's a shot?
I don't know.
There was a lot we'll see you later, wink?
Yeah.
I mean, because these things hate him. Like, he talks and their eyes squint, too.
I don't know.
They do.
This scene ends up ending with Abby drawing them like a little heart, giving it to Freddy, giving him a big old hug, and they walk off. Night 3 complete. We've made it through another one.
You missed the big part, though. These guys like pictures.
They love pictures, and pictures seem to have power. We'll talk more about that later. Mike takes Abby home, puts her in bed, and for the first time, he starts inspecting all those drawings. Now, when he looks at these drawings, you start to realize, well, there's one with bunny ears, another one has a hook, another one a cupcake bib, another one a top hat. So this is where he puts it together. Kids are robots, robots are kids. He needs to talk to Abby a little more about this.
Dude, I didn't even think about this. What the heck's going on with Abby? Does she have The Shining?
That's what I'm saying. There's so much going on. Like, these kids are ghosts that are also animatronics. They can also jump into his dreams. They can manifest into real children at times. They can also just like be kids and talking as imaginary friends to Abby so Abby can see ghosts.
Dude, that's
But they all can see ghosts. Everyone.
I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm really just interested in why are they in her dreams?
Why did they find Abby? Maybe, I guess you could link that the brother...
Yeah, but then are they going to everyone's family members?
Hey, here's a question. Where's the brother?
Yeah.
How come he's not a ghost?
Wait for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. We're going to be doing that next week.
Is he in that?
I don't think so. I don't know. I have no idea. He's probably the cupcake.
Mike has a talk with Abby. He brings up Garrett. That's their little brother that disappeared, right? He shows Abby a picture that he found of her, and in that picture, Abby has drawn Garrett in the back of a car being taken away. A little odd, right? But Abby hasn't answered. That little blonde boy, the one with that mouth on him, you know? Apparently, he's told Abby about what happened, but no more details than what you saw in the picture, I guess. Because what they're really concerned about talking about, apparently all these ghost kids, is the yellow rabbit.
Yet again, in a reference to the yellow rabbit. That's all we know so far. They don't seem to really know that much about him, though, right? Or at least we don't know what they're saying about him.
Yeah, it seems like maybe they can't quite remember everything from the past. Night 4 begins. Vanessa is already there, even before, what's his name? Matt? Mark? Mike?
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah, sure.
She's there before Mike even gets there. And now she goes to this, I didn't even talk about it yet, but maybe I did. There's a board with a lot of drawings. And in the middle, there's one picture of a yellow rabbit holding kids' hands.
Interesting.
Very important picture. Mike and Abby end up coming in. Vanessa reveals that she knows about this whole ghost kid thing. So they all bond, like they all know what's going on here.
They're all at the pizza factory. She's telling him she was aware that these animatronics are ghost kids.
Correct.
Yes.
So what do you do when you have these living ghost kids, or not living? We have ghost kids in animatronics. We all know about it. What are we going to do?
play some games.
Have like a sleepover, right? We got to build us a giant fort. The animatronics are walking around. They're helping like move the tables. Then they all lay down in a circle with their heads together.
I mean, like I said before, I thought I would be scared, but honestly, if you didn't know, they seem kind of cute, and it's like, oh, these poor kids, they're just stuck in animatronics. Like, I guess we could have fun and play with them.
It's a weird, the whole thing is weird. I guess this whole thing is them trying to recruit Abby, and so being friendly with her.
I still don't know if they're good or bad.
I'm going to make an argument at the end about that.
Okay, well, we'll go.
After they all lay around a while, Abby decides to dance with the robots. They're having a good old time dancing together. Everything's great until Abby decides to touch Bonnie's guitar. As soon as she touches it, electrocuted.
Well, here's the thing. Vanessa even yelled like, no, Abby. Didn't decide to warn her about that beforehand. Like, hey, do not touch anything with these animatronics. Side note, why are the electric strings of the guitar, why did it electrocute her?
Bad wiring?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But all right.
Yeah,
so they're dangerous.
She gets electrocuted. She's totally fine, but Mike does take her out to the car and puts her in there to be like, kind of keep her away from him at this point, right? Then he confronts Vanessa like, hey, what are you so scared of? I don't know why. I mean, I think there's a lot to be scared of what's going on with this whole thing. But her response goes a little overboard because she tells him, if you ever bring Abby back, I'm going to shoot you.
Dude, that was so out of place. Keep in mind, guys, just earlier, Mike was kind of being like, hey, Abby, don't get so close to the animatronics. And Vanessa's like, hey, let's build a fort. She was like all down for them all to hang out together. And then now she's like, hey, you bring Abby back, I'm going to kill you. Like, which one is it, lady?
A lot of mixed signals going on here. Either way, that night's over. Night 4 is complete. There's only one night left.
Let's go.
Why don't we start with day 5, transitioning into night?
Yes, as most days do.
Abby wakes up and she finds that Aunt Jane is in her house. Here's the problem. Mike has no one to watch Abby. He had to call someone. The only person he could think of is the worst person ever would be Aunt Jane. Obviously, Abby doesn't take it well. She runs her room, just like destroys every picture with Mike in it.
This chick is a problem, man. It's okay to be upset, but she just scratches out his face. I mean, she went 0 to 100. Not a great actress either. We're just going to say that again. Had to say it. But she also found a piece of paper that Mike had, like a contract about signing over his rights to her or something. So she thinks that he's trying to give her away, but it's a big jump.
I didn't even want to get into all that because it doesn't really matter.
And I don't care.
Okay, Abby, Aunt Jane, they're at the house. Mike, he's got to return to his shift, so he heads back over. Dude, it's not even like funny at this point. He gets in there. He puts on some nature sounds and he goes right back to sleep. But this time, the dream is a little different. Things aren't the same. This isn't the same old dream. Now it's the same location. The thing is, his parents are now talking to him. Like they're interacting within the dream. It's not like a script.
Right.
And his brother's even talking to him.
Well, his brother's there.
His brother, yeah, he's not stolen.
Yeah.
So everything is good in this dream.
Yes.
And that's when old little blonde boy shows up and he's like, hey, do you like this dream? Because you could like live here forever.
Yeah, a little setup here. We can just take everything back.
Yeah.
Your brother's back. You're back with your family. Let's do it.
Basically, the kid proposes, hey, all you have to do is give us Abby. You can live with this dream. Your brother's never disappeared. Life will be good. It's kind of a crazy deal.
Yeah, but it seems like he's also a little confused on what's going on because Mike now thinks it's real, but I feel like he should know he's still in his dream.
Well, either way, he's kind of like, yeah, but then he's like, no. Like, he kind of goes back and forth.
You're talking about like selling out his sister?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he sells her out at one point and says, okay, you could have her. I want my family. But then he realizes that that's a bad decision.
Yeah, I mean, you killed one kid for another, whatever. As soon as he does that, the kids are gone. Mike is still asleep, but we kind of get to see what's going on or at the restaurant or at Fazbear's while he's sleeping. Foxy starts moving down the hall towards him. Back in his dream, the kids start running by him and they start slashing him. So things aren't going well.
Kids are monsters. I don't think they're good now that I think about it. I think they're for sure bad.
Yeah. Mike at this time wakes up from his dream and he finds himself strapped down to the chair with that bear mask we saw in the beginning coming right for him.
It is effective because you could just imagine that thing touches your face and that's going to hurt for a minute.
Right. So he's like trying to get out. It's that scene you described earlier, trying to find a way out. I don't know. He loosens up a bolt or something and gets out right before that bear mask hits him.
Yep. It's the guy, security guard before him actually helped him out, helped him loosen that bolt.
Thanks
Thank
to
you. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks to you. When he gets up, he finds Jeff's crew that broke in. They're all dead laying around in here.
Oh, he's in the kill room. Yeah.
The body dump.
Yep.
Mike ends up making his way to the exit. When he finds that door, it's locked. We've heard this happened a million times at this point. Then we hear the noise. Foxy moves in for the kill, jump scare, attack, Mike screams, cut. We jump over to Abby and Aunt Jan. So Aunt Jan puts on a TV, hits the recliner, lays on back. The problem is Freddy just happens to be hanging out in the hall watching her.
Yeah, you might think, okay, the ghost that is Freddy.
No, this is the full animatronic has made the journey.
Okay, which begs the question, how?
Walked through the street, apparently.
I think it was a long walk. And I think someone would have noticed, hey, there's a robot bear walking down the road.
Yeah, that looks odd.
But okay, we're going Freddy's there.
Abby ends up walking to the living room and she sees Freddy standing there. She's surprised as well. Like, what are you doing here? But again, they're buddies, so she's not like scared or anything.
She's like, oh, you came here to play.
And also it's the blonde kid. Like we see the bear, but she sees the kid too.
Yes.
So it's like her little buddy, and yeah, he wants to go play. Abby packs her stuff up, but as she goes to leave, she happens to know Aunt Jan's body is laying on the ground, seeming to not move.
Yeah, you only kind of see the legs, right?
Yeah.
So we don't really see what happened.
Well,
but
the blonde boy has a little, he's got a little tip for her. He's like, silly Aunt Jan, she always is falling asleep. Is it Aunt Jan or Jane?
Whatever. She's dead now.
Yeah, you won't have to hear it again.
Yeah. The more we talk about it, I don't know how we didn't realize these kids are 100% bad.
Yeah, they're all bad, dude.
I think the only reason we thought maybe they weren't is because Vanessa lied to us.
Well, also, they're murdered children. You wouldn't think they'd be bad necessarily.
Yeah, but maybe they're only the way that they are is because someone's controlling them.
Okay, that is part of it, that there is some control elements to it.
I thought the control though was like a controlled and a let off. Like I thought they had some free time in there. I don't know that they do.
I think it's all tied to drawings.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Anyways, now you may be wondering, how is the Freddy and Abby going to get over to Fazbear's?
Yes.
They show us this one. They call an Uber, and that's where that Corey X Kitchen, he's like a popular YouTuber, streamer guy. That was a little plug for him. He pulls up in the cab. They jump in, and the animatronic, Freddy, actually gets into it with him.
Yeah, and he's going to drive him back home.
That's just going to happen in this movie. We can just move on.
I just like the simple touch of Freddy gets in the car and that car gets weighted down, just again showing the weight of Freddy. I just like it. That's all. And it's silly. Hey, dude, I'm cool with it being silly and fun. That's fine with me. I like that better than Dream World.
True. Speaking of Dream World, Mike, I think, just went to one. Remember, he got attacked by the fox. He wakes up and somehow he's now with Vanessa. She's patching him up, but they're at like her police station or something. They're not at Freddy's.
Yeah, that's what I thought was so weird. We never saw how he got out.
Right. She has something to do with it.
Or what happened. Yeah, okay.
I guess. We'll talk more at the end about that. Vanessa tells him she knows about all the murders and reveals that they want, like, all these kids want Abby to be like them.
Maybe Vanessa should have been a little bit more clear about not coming back with Abby.
By the way, Vanessa knows about these murders. She's a cop.
She knows that these kids are being taken and that these are those kids. And she knows a little bit more than that. But Dana won't let me tell you.
Well, let's just she knows the man who took him. He's a very bad man. He's cruel. He's clever. And he put them in the one place they would never check. That's inside the robots, by the way. We already told you that one.
Which, again, would be a great, like, hiding spot. I just think there'd be blood everywhere. And it would start to smell pretty bad pretty quick.
It would be, yeah, it'd be all bad. Actually, that's a good point. The smell would be horrendous.
Like, how long were they in the bodies? I mean, because it's not like he killed them all at one time.
Dude, you can't even it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, okay. You're right. These are animatronics that are ghosts. Why are we trying to just dissect it? Let's move on.
Apparently, the bad guy influences the main bad guy, the killer, influences the kids, and she says they don't want to hurt anyone. Again, I don't know that they have any.
Can we just get to who he is? You won't do it, but
okay, we'll do it right now. She does tell him though, like, it's too late to like almost save these kids because the bad guy knows already what's going on and he's going to be coming. And then she drops one more bombshell. His name is William Afton.
Boom.
That's not even the big bombshell. it's her father.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we knew that. That was surprising at the time. So she's known about all this. She's like complicit in it all.
She knows her dad is a serial killer that murders children. She is a police officer and she's done nothing about this.
She also knows that these animatronic monsters want Abby. They want to turn her into one of them and didn't really warn whatever our main Mike and his sister at all. I mean, she's really bad. I think we're supposed to understand she's obviously been put under a lot of trauma with her father. I don't know what that relationship has been like. I'm sure not great, but maybe she's like shell-shocked from it.
She's a cop.
I know, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't know why they put all that on her.
It's a lot. But they did play a little like PTSD thing. Again, you're a cop though. It's a serial killer. That is like the biggest bust you could have. I mean, it's your father. You're going down with this when he gets caught.
You also realize he's still probably killing kids, and you could have stopped that, and you didn't.
That, my friend, is a great point.
Yeah, that's horrible. Well, I don't know why they did that with this character. We didn't need that much. It's just so many like, loose ends that just don't really make sense, and I think we're supposed to like her.
I don't know. I'm not a fan.
She was cute, though.
Yeah, she wasn't bad.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a fan.
She tells Mike the key to stopping these animatronics, like, because we're getting to battle mode here, all right, is electricity. So she gives him a bunch of tasers. It's going to short out the animatronics, give them a little time.
So they got all the electric tools, and it's going to be fun. We get to shoot some monsters or whatever.
Electric tools? It's a taser.
It's really just two things, the taser and a cattle prod.
Oh, did he get a prod too?
Yeah, they're both those come into play.
It's electricity. It doesn't matter. She can't go with him because it's like too stressful for her. Whatever, she'll show up later.
Well, she said, I want to be any help to you because it's obviously she's going through some stuff.
Yeah, and again, as a cop, she just gives Mike her police car and he just heads over to Freddy's.
We're in dream world.
Sure.
We're not really, but we're just going with that.
Yeah, he breaks in through a vent, makes his way inside. Now, at the same time he's breaking in, the animatronics are starting the whole ritual. So Chica's got Abby and she's taking her to the assembly room. I say Chica's a her. I just assume it is. I don't really know what.
I mean, if it was a boy, wouldn't it be Chico?
That's a good point.
I took 2 years of Spanish. That's all I know.
Mike ends up sneaking over to the stage, and that's where, because Freddy's up there with Bonnie, and he pours water down beneath them.
Oh, this is my favorite part. You would think these animatronics would be on high alert, like the big ceremony is going to happen, right? But no, Freddy's just jamming out on the stage, just hanging out, having a great time. But he is aware. At one point, he does stop and he hears something, he looks around, but then he just goes back to playing the guitar.
That's what they love to do.
That's his, yeah, absolutely.
Mike pours this water all beneath them, and then he takes the taser, shoots the water, electrocutes them. They fall over. They're like shorted out.
Crazy, but it works.
Yes. Chica now has Abby, and she's trying to get Abby into this bunny suit. Now, these bunny suits apparently have these claws in them, maybe spring traps, you'd say, that close in on you. So you know as soon as Abby gets in, this thing's going to and stab into her.
Yeah, just like imagine it's like fingers, right? And as soon as she gets in, those fingers just dig right into you and just you're dead.
Right. But before Chica can put Abby into it, Mike shows up and he tases the bird bitch.
Dude, the tasers, I don't even know how that works, but it's surprisingly effective.
Now they're metal. It goes through them.
Sure. But by the way, we didn't mention, they explained it earlier on how that contraption worked with the fingers. And they said it was to keep the electronics intact to protect the person who's wearing the suit. I don't understand how that worked at all.
Yeah, it's just murder.
It just seems like a suit you should never put on because there's a possibility those fingers are going to dig into you. I don't know.
We may call that foreshadowing.
Maybe she lied. Maybe they were always intended to kill you. And she just said that to Mike just so he wouldn't be on to the plan or whatever.
Who are you talking about?
Vanessa told Mike about that earlier. You don't remember?
Okay.
There was a suit on the ground and she's like, oh, don't touch it. And she took a stick and tapped those little things and they clamped down and they broke the stick. She said it was to keep the electronics inside. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they were always just intended to kill who was ever inside. That's not true though, because later we see they kill someone. I don't understand what the point of these things are.
Okay, we were stuck in a loop.
I almost went a full circle there.
We got to get out of this one.
Okay.
Mike takes Chica out, but the cupcake strikes, biting him on the leg. He's kind of tied up with the cupcake. Abby takes off to the showroom. She goes and hides in the ball pit. Mike ends up electrocuting the cupcake, but then he comes face to face with the yellow rabbit. He's arrived.
And the cool thing about the yellow rabbit, A, he's big. B, he also walks differently. Did you notice that?
No.
I mean, he's not so animatronic. He's human-like.
Well, he is a human wearing power armor.
I mean, he's just wearing the suit.
Yeah.
It's just kind of cool. He's kind of stalking. Yeah, I like the way he moved.
Well, he's different in that he doesn't seem to respond to electricity the same because Mike tries to tase him and he just kind of like laughs it off, knocks Mike over.
Yeah, like hits him and he stumbles back, but then he keeps moving forward.
Yeah. So we have this battle going on. Meanwhile, Abby's still in that ball pit when Foxy finds her. And Foxy's starting to dig in, about to strike. Vanessa now shows up out of nowhere, electrocutes him, puts Foxy down. The yellow rabbit now, again, we already said he's a little different. Something else. It's a man in a suit. He speaks, so he's talking. He knows, obviously, Mike's on the ground. He knows Mike because he's the one that murdered Mike's brother. He lets him know this.
Why don't you just tell who it is?
Because that's a big reveal. We'll get to it.
Okay.
At this point, all the animatronics are like down on the count. They've all been electrocuted. The yellow rabbit now shows his real power because he says, "Wake up, children. I have something for you to play with." To which all of them are back to life.
Yep. So this is the big bad monster, which we already knew.
Vanessa walks over to the yellow rabbit. All right. We're going to have a big confrontation here. He pulls off his mask. Again, we already know this is her dad, right?
Right.
But what we didn't realize that this happens to be Steve Reglin, the career counselor.
This is the guy who sent Mike here.
Correct.
Which is interesting.
It's Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Tell me how this makes sense. Steve Reglin is the killer. We can see that. It's this man, the same guy who's the career counselor.
He's been killing all these kids. He also killed Mike's brother.
But Vanessa told us the killer's her father. Her name is Vanessa Shelley, not Reglin. So they don't have the same last name.
Oh, okay.
But remember, Vanessa said the killer's name is William Afton. So Reglin must be like an alias. That's not his real name.
Okay.
But that's still not her last name. Afton is not Shelley.
Bro, I don't even understand.
They don't have the same name.
No, I mean, that makes sense. I didn't realize all that. Why'd they do that?
I don't know. I think I looked it up. Like the writers took creative liberty.
I mean, that's just confusing.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, his name's William Afton. Why did he change his name?
I don't know. Why did he change it in the first place? And then why isn't it her last name?
Yeah, he's never been caught.
No.
Okay.
That's just a thing.
All right.
Abby runs over, wakes Mike up. He was knocked out on the ground. Vanessa puts a bullet into the rabbit suit, tries to take her dad out. That thing just bounces off. Now she's getting choked by her dad. Abby pulls a weird move and starts drawing. She takes it over, runs to the wall, rips down, remember that drawing of the yellow rabbit with all the kids? Rips that thing off. Afton sees her rip down that other drawing. When that happens, he drops Vanessa, but she goes and grabs him and tries to keep him from going to Abby. To which he just stabs her right in the stomach.
Shocking.
You know what I thought of? Stu would have been proud.
Yeah, solid move.
Stu would have been proud.
Wait, you missed the part where, do you remember the part where he wiped the knife off?
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I just glossed over it, though.
But that's a clear reference to Scream. So he missed the part, but there's an awesome part where William Afton comes out and, he's revealed and he pulls out his knife. And then he takes that knife and with his little animatronic hand, wipes it off, doing the same motion that Stu did in Scream when he wiped the knife off.
Ooh, I like the touch.
A little Scream Easter egg. Loved it.
With Vanessa tying up Afton, Abby's able to get her picture, put it up on the wall, and now the new drawing shows the yellow rabbit with his knife, but all the kids now have X's on their eyes. So basically what she's doing with this drawing is making the kids remember what he did to them.
Because we know the kids like drawings. There's a lot of power in the drawings talk going on. So because she put that as the focal point now, because I'm assuming the previous drawing of the yellow rabbit holding the kid's hands apparently made the kids think that he was a friend. I don't know.
They forgot about everything that happened. I guess.
Now she put up the real drawing. Now they realize, oh shoot, this guy is the one who killed us. Let's see what happens.
Yes, we'll see. Because Abby makes it clear to us too. She's like, they can see you. They know what you did to them. And then they're like, oh yeah, we do. And they start immediately attacking. Chica sends that cupcake at him. It like bites his suit.
I made you!
And then something strange starts to happen because it seems to activate that old spring trap. I don't know how this works.
As you guys saw earlier, I am extremely confused about how the spring traps work at all. I don't get it. All I know is, though, it makes for a decent kill because those things start clamping down into this dude's ribs. Oh, it's kind of brutal.
It just like puts him down quick. Like as soon as that starts activating, he knows he's done. He's on the ground. He's like, I will always come back. And he collapses.
I always come back.
At this point, all the animatronics' eyes are like growing red, and I did love it. Freddy lets out a battle cry, like,
Dude, I loved it too. It was like a Tyrannosaurus. He's so much emotion.
Foxy ends up hooking up the rabbit. They drag him deep into the restaurant. Now, like, stuff just starts collapsing. All the main characters, they escape.
It's like Poltergeist. The whole house is falling apart.
Right, but it doesn't all collapse. It's just falling down-ish.
Just lots of power going on and emotion.
Sure. The next day or later that day, I don't even know if we're day or night. Who cares? Mike and Abby go to the hospital. They see Vanessa. She's in a coma. Whatever.
She's going to live. She'll be in the second one.
I'm sure we'll see her again. Then they go out to eat. Now, Abby, she's a little conflicted. She's concerned about all her friends, and they're alone. She wants to go back and visit them. And of course, again, she's kind of a psycho.
Yeah, I feel like her brother should now tell her, and it should be very clear, these kids were not good unless maybe they control.
Hold it, because I have a whole thing. We're going to talk about them in the final rating section.
I know where to go anyways.
The camera heads back over to Freddy's. Whole place is wrecked. We see the blonde kid is standing with that yellow rabbit. Again, that's the bad guy. The yellow rabbit's reaching up for help, like, help me out of this. He's getting like squished, stabbed to death. Blondie shuts the door. That's the end of the movie. It's over.
Boom. There was a scene in the credits. Did you see it?
No.
Not a big deal. That little balloon boy just pops up and scares that taxi driver.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. That's all.
All right, we'll jump into a final rating. But before we do, a couple problems I have with the movie. First of all, it's what we talked about. I just think all these kids are serial killers, and you can't really convince me otherwise.
The problem is it's unclear on if they are actually bad or if they're good. It really seems like they're actually bad, though, because it made it seem like it was clear when he had control over them, and then they tried to kill everyone, versus the times where he didn't. And then they still seem to hate Mike and want to take over Abby, right?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. I didn't get the vibe ever that they were really innocent. The whole dream world, they were always very combative. But again, they could be under control of the dude, but we'll just let that go. They could have explained a little more to him, but instead they chose to extort him for Abby. I would say that was bad.
But again, though, you don't know if they're being controlled at some point or not.
I mean, I guess if you're going to say they're good, it's just they were controlled by the yellow rabbit the entire time.
Because in reality, these were just kids who just got killed. They weren't bad at the time. I mean, we don't know them all, but I assume not.
Why did they kill that first security guard?
Under his control. Yeah, I don't know why.
We just have to operate that he controlled them the whole time.
Yeah, and I don't know why. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if I cut it or not. But when the security guard, what's his name, Nick? What's the main guy's name? Mike. The whole time Mike is there. I mean, they let him survive for 5 days. Why'd they even wait? Like, what is the purpose of them waiting for him there? Like, why did Afton even want him there?
I guess I would say to kill him.
That seems like that could have been done day one. He was asleep.
Why was Mike's brother not in this movie? It's his brother that was murdered by him. He should be a ghost.
Or put in one of these suits, right?
Okay. The kid thing, we're just going to go with they were controlled by him. It's a little bit of a problem. It's a little weird, but we'll just roll with that. The bigger problem I had is by far Vanessa.
Oh, yeah. We already went into it. She's playing both sides here.
She knows her dad's a serial killer. She knows he's murdered all these children and he's going to keep doing it, but yet does nothing. That's a problem.
Yeah, I think we've nailed it. I think the real issue with this movie is it's kind of confusing. There's a lot of loose ends that just don't really make a lot of sense. I'm going to be honest. I don't
even care about all this stuff. Here's the truth. It's a fun movie. It's a fun watch. My real biggest problem is that they didn't use more stuff from the game. We have all the security cameras. We could see these creepy like animatronics in the cameras. I wanted to see them moving more throughout them, hiding, using some lights to like stop them, like doing the little bit of the game stuff. I feel like that would have fit into this movie and it would have been a lot of fun to watch.
I think a couple things. I completely agree with what you said. I think the main character is weak. I don't like him as an actor. I just don't find his character fun to watch at all or likable or entertaining. Any of that. I think simply you could have replaced the dream sequences with, like we said before, him navigating the pizzeria or just looking through the cameras and doing some scary stuff with that. Just get rid of the dream sequence. Those weren't interesting.
Dreams not good at all. Dead kids aren't great. His sister, not a huge fan of that either. But overall, like, it was fun. I enjoyed the movie. It's a fun watch. I didn't hate it. I'd watch it again.
Yeah, are we just going?
Let's just hit it with a final rating.
So yeah, we already went through it all. It was a good vibe. I liked it. I thought
just
it was
a number. That's all we need from you.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
Nope, just a number.
I'm gonna give this like a 7.3, and my son scored it a 7.5.
Well, I think you both are wrong, and those are way too high. This is a 5.5 at best. It's not a bad movie. It's like a fun watch. It's mainly I liked it because I played the game.
I just thought it was fun. It's like a good like kids scary movie. That's like what it is.
Yeah, it's if you're interested or like think it looks kind of interesting, I don't know, give it a watch. Check it out.
Sure.
We got trivia and survival rules. The survival rules are quick. 1, use electricity. It's your friend. It shocks these things. That's good. The next one, you can't really help. If you're a kid, you got a higher chance of dying and being murdered in this movie.
Sure.
Don't be a child. Don't go around animatronics as a child. Just dangerous.
Okay.
Don't break into vacant buildings. Just, I don't know, everyone that did that seemed to die.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Drawings can control animatronics, so do that. Make a nice drawing and put it on the wall.
Drawings are a lot more powerful than I ever knew.
Yeah. That's about all I learned to try to survive these things. I don't know. There wasn't much more. Trivia. Cameos. We have Matt Pat. He did like the theory videos. He was at Sparky's Diner. Corey X Kinchin. He did playthroughs. Cab driver. I already told you that one. There's also an employee of the month wall. Has a bunch of YouTubers painted all over it. Do you know why the restaurant was named Sparky's?
No.
Oh, interesting. There was a rumor. I actually think this is really interesting. There was a rumor within the gaming community that there was a secret animatronic that could appear in the game named Sparky the dog. It was totally fake. It was just one of those that people started it up. So the movie just put it as a little Easter egg.
That is kind of fun. I kind of wish I was more involved in this Freddy stuff. I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
Seems like fun. What would I like to know about Sparky?
And I like that, like one of those rumors, then you're trying to figure out how to unlock it.
No, you had to get the little Easter egg of Sparky, you got to do this or some junk.
All right, this one's interesting. Matthew Lillard signed a 3-picture deal with the studio.
Well, he did say, I heard him in an interview, actually he was doing a speech, and he was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2, and he said, hey, if it does good, there's going to be a Part 3. Well, that makes sense.
He's already signed a deal.
Hey, and guess what? It's going to do good. I already know it will. Even if it's bad, it'll do good.
Well, speaking of doing good, this movie grossed $80 million its opening weekend, more than any other Blumhouse film, surpassing Halloween 2018, which grossed $76 million.
It's surprising the fact that it beat a Halloween movie. However, dude, video game movies. It's just raking in cash,
And
especially this one.
This is one of those viral, like...
horror genre.
Yeah, it like hit a niche and went like viral.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be good.
Right. And I also thought it was super interesting. That was a random fact that we just finished Halloween and it's like right here.
It's like it was meant to be, dude.
Like it was meant
the
to be.
universe, bro.
All right. Well, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for listening. A special shout out to our family members, Nicole Pets Cats, Tanner, Matthew C, Pretty Boy Fred, Crazy Meg, Lena, and Vane. We appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you guys all. Thank you, family.
And thank you everyone who listens, watches, leaves reviews. Just thank you for being here. We appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you for hanging out. And hey, if you liked it, please leave us a review. That really helps.
We'd appreciate it.
Last thing I'm going to ask you.
See you guys.
Bye.